Hello everybody, my name is Sasha and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to make a Q&A and answer on your questions, which some of you texted to my email and some of you just texted it in the comments. I decided to pick the most popular questions which I'm getting from you and try to answer to them in this video that maybe you can find also some solution for your issue, for your problem which you have. Let's get started. The first question is hello. So can you make a tutorial for us how can we get student visa in Finland and what is the criteria? If you're from the country which is not part of European Union, like for example as Russia, then when you're applying for your studying, in their website of the university there must be kind of a sign also that they will provide some special documents like certificates for your visa. I mean, when I applied I was as an exchange student in Finland, if you didn't know. And when I applied for studying there, after I have been approved, I received some confirmation. It was just one paper in which was says that's from what period of time and to what I'm going to be an exchange student, how much grant, scholarship I will receive, and that kind of stuff. So then with this paper I visited Finnish embassy in St. Petersburg, and they just start to make visa for me. So I just filled in some application and paid some fee for that. If you're interested, then just how much, for example, this fee was. Probably it can change in your country, so it can be different amount, but I paid because on the moment when I applied to receive this visa I was underage, so I needed to pay just 200 euros for that, and I know that if you're older than 18 years then it's 300. Maybe now it little bit growed up, but because it has been 2 years since that time when I got it, but it's supposed to be around that price. So basically there isn't any tutorial about how you can get it. So if you have been approved with the university, like in Finland for example, then they must send to you some confirmation, official confirmation, or you need to ask for it, and then just check where you can visit the Finnish embassy in your country, they're supposed to be one of them, I think so. Or maybe you need then, if there isn't, then check, maybe you can go with the tourist visa to Finland and apply in Finland for this kind of residence permit or student visa. So it can be also done like that. I also had one situation when I needed to extend my Finnish residence permit, student visa, when I was in Finland, and I supposed to leave to Russia. So my visa was going, the first one was going to finish at the moment when I will be in Russia, and I just applied for the second one. And firstly, because it also was going the time of Christmas, firstly they said to me that probably it wouldn't be possible that my student visa would be done in the right time before I will leave to Russia. So then I need to make a tourist visa and come back to Finland with tourist visa, or then I need to ask somebody who is living now in Finland, my Finnish friends, to bring to me to Russia this student visa, but I needed to make some kind of document for that. But luckily I had no need to do that because it was made just in time, so everything was fine. But I know that it can also work like that if you don't have Finnish embassy in your country, but I think you're supposed to have, like, at least I know that we are having like so much embassies in Russia, in St. Petersburg and Moscow, that it's like almost for all of the countries. But you can check this information, like because it's just for your country, can be, you know, like some exact rules and stuff. So I'm just telling how it was between our two countries, but should be same procedure for you too. I hope so. Hi. I hope you have good time there. Thank you. I have valid Schengen visa and I want to visit Finland. After that, I want a residence permit of Finland. Is it possible? We all are 5 members of family. Okay, I think I responded to that question, but I also received quite much same questions like that, so I'm going to answer to it. There isn't any like additional information. Do you want to work to there, or like for what reason you want to receive like residence permit? But I actually made a couple of videos. I will leave all the links like in the description down below, in which I told the reasons of how and why you can move to Finland. So what the reasons there can be? Okay, it's studying, it's work, it's marriage with Finnish citizen, and it's like if your country, which is nearby, kinda, they're having like some unstable like situation, then also, or it's repatriation. It's kind of like if you had like some relatives who are Finnish, but you need to prove it. That's the reasons why you can move to Finland. And here you're asking that you have just valid Schengen visa and you want to visit Finland and after that receive residence permit. Well, if you're not going to study, probably because you already have like some family members, so you can try to find a job there, and I would like really recommend you to do that before you're going to Finland. But it also depends what kind of profession you have, because if it's not in demand like this profession, so then you're supposed to know Finnish language for sure. I mean, when people just moving to Finland, most of them like working as waiters, as like clean, like managers. I mean, like they're just cleaning some apartments, some offices and stuff. So that kind of work, I think there is lots of it. And of course, maybe for like some cleaning stuff, you don't need so perfect Finnish, so you can just know some basics. But anyway, to find this job, like you need to search in the Finnish websites. I also actually had like the links under the video in which I'm telling this, that you can move for work to Finland. So there were also links in the website in which you can search this information. So yeah, and basically also I told this already in my other video that if, for example, your profession in demand also, or if it's not, it doesn't matter. I mean, they, like the employer, supposed to prove why you are the better worker than the Finnish guys. I mean, what is the point for you like to move to this country? Why Finland need to allow you to like move? So why you're the better worker than the Finnish guy, for example, if there would be 2 choices? Why they need to take you? There should be some very strong reasons, or your profession should be in demand. Like, I don't know, maybe it's some rare specialty, like you're some cool IT specialist, or like you're some scientist and stuff. So why they need you? I hope that it's not sound so horrible from me, but that's just kind of why, like how they will consider you, you know, so you just should understand that it's perfect if you can speak Finnish, so then your chances like increasing. But of course I'm not telling you that you shouldn't then try to apply for some work if your profession is not in demand and you don't know Finnish. Of course try, like you never know like where you will meet your luck, but just be ready that maybe most of the offers they will be not like approved. Also, maybe what I would recommend to you, in my opinion, maybe it is the easiest version like to move to Finland, is to study there. Like it doesn't matter how old you are, like well, in Europe there isn't that kind of problems with the age, but I just know that in Russia there is. Like if you're, for example, 30 years old and you're going to university, everybody's like, come on, like you're supposed to have already stable like work and family. So but in Europe it's fine, so just go to some university, like pick the specialty in which you're interested in, and like during these 4 years of study, or if you do master degree, I don't know, like 2 years of study, you will have enough time to try to find some job. You will have enough time if you're really, it's your passion and you want to so hardly to move to Finland, then it would be enough time to learn the language and you know, just move to there. Because also in the university program they have this kind of practice, so it's the time in which you will need to have a practice in some company. So anyway, you will be able already to like find a company or maybe university can somehow help you to do that. So and already like I think like 50% would be done with it, so then it would just be matter how good worker you are and how good you're speaking like in Finnish. I hope that this answer was useful for you, and you can like just check really all of the links which I will leave in the description. Please check them, because I already responded to like all these questions. Okay, hello. So at the moment I live in Austria and want to move to Finland, and I'm unsure how to approach it. I have a house here, so I could like either rent the house out or sell it altogether, which I'm not sure about which is smarter yet. I wanted to know how much money should I plan in for moving and living there for the first couple of months till I have a stable job, or should I look for a job beforehand? I will just stop and then continue to read your questions. So the first question is like how much money should I plan for the moving and living there for the first couple of months? Basically, I can say that there is some kind of limit. I mean, for example, when I was moving to Finland, like I mean, it's the amount which Finland appropriate that you're supposed to have. So when I was moving to Finland, this amount was 560 euros per month. But I can say that probably it would be not enough for you. Why? Like if you want to rent an apartment, it can cost quite much. I mean, if you're a student in Finland, you can find just in some student like housing, like rental company flat, which will cost, for example, per month, like some studio flat, it can be 400 euros. Or if you rent just a room in the shared flat, then it can cost like from 200 to like 300 euros, so something around that. It depends on the area and in the city in which you're going to move in. I was living in Joensuu, so I can say about prices in that city. So in Joensuu, for example, if you want to rent a flat just like for yourself, so without these kind of housing companies, then it can cost around maybe 500 euros or something like that. My friends, they rented a flat from some private customer, and they paid around like 350 euros per each per month, so it was 700 euros for the flat with 2 rooms. plus like it's not included electricity and water stuff. That's why like you need to count. Okay, if you like decide that you want to rent some maybe studio flat, let's consider that it costs 500 plus water and electricity, so like then it's like 600 maybe, yeah. Or okay, like 500, 600. And then you need also some money for the food. So for me, when I lived in Finland, I spent maybe 200 euros per month for food. I mean, that was approximate price, because I didn't like have a diet, or I didn't say to myself that no, today you will not eat or something. So if I just wanted to buy something, I just bought it. So I didn't like kinda stopped myself of eating something or whatever. That was enough for me, but if you're a guy, probably you're eating more than me. Maybe it can be also 300 per month. It's around still like 800 euros, 800, 900 euros per month, which probably would be fine for you. But of course, it depends. It also depends like how you will move around the city, because I was using bicycle, or I know that if you want to buy some like ticket for the bus, it's around 30 euros per month or something, if I'm not wrong. So at least in Joensuu it was like that. Maybe in Helsinki it's a little bit bigger price, but anyway, it's going to be 1000 euros per month maybe, like for the life in which will be just normal, so in which you will not live like so poor and like prevent yourself to buy something what you want. But it was just totally my experience. Maybe now, like all of you who are watching this video, you're thinking, oh, she's spending so much money, how it can be that much, haha. Let's go next. You ask, or should I look for a job beforehand? As I also answered in the previous question, of course, if you can do that, please do it, because and you're just texting in the manner that like I supposed to know everything, and I will do how Sasha will tell to me. Please, of course, also think your head. I'm just like here, you know, sharing just my knowledges, so I'm not some professional. I'm not like consultant like in Finnish embassy, so I can also like not know all of the laws, all of the rules. So it's just my own experience, my own knowledges, and my own opinion. If you can look for a job before that, do it. If you know the Finnish language or you still can learn it, please do it. So because of course, like also if you will just move, oh okay, you're from Austria, so that's great, you don't need a visa like for work or stuff, so you can just move and be happy. That's great, but still I would maybe recommend to you to make yourself feel more safe, like, and try to find the job like in a distance firstly. Of course, then if it's not working and your desire to move will become super like strong, then you can take a risk and move to the country and already like in its own place try to do that. I'm also not denying that nowadays it's very cool stuff which is calling networking. So when you're in the country and you will like meet new people everywhere, in the shops, in some other like places, you need to communicate with them. You need to say like, of course, in situatable situations that, oh, I'm searching, I'm looking for a job, I can do this would be nice, of course, if you know maybe somebody who needs like a guy for a job, like I can do everything, I can work there, I can be there. So like when you will get to know new people, that's always working. So just tell them kind of what problem you have, and who knows if they know somebody else who can try to solve it, who can help you. Maybe when you're moving like in the country and trying to find a job there, it's kind of easier to do because you're already in this society, and like it's just you know, the people can see you personally, can meet you personally. So that's why, of course, it can be better, but for me, in my opinion, it's more safe to try to do that before. The next stuff, how do you find apartments in Finland without actually being there? I can say that I know for sure that in Helsinki, in Facebook, if you go in Facebook, there is several amount of groups in which people just posting that they're like renting a flat, that hello, does somebody wants to rent a room or a flat, so, and there is photos and stuff. You just Google for apartments in Helsinki. I think I even like following some of them, like apartments in Helsinki metropolitan area. I think I signed up. So, and there is dozens of them. You can just really type it. In Joensuu, there is also like this kind of group. It calls Buy and Sell Crap in Joensuu. So in Finnish, just osta ja myy roska Joensuussa. So people selling there some bicycles, like some bed linens, some like jackets, some like furniture, and also sometimes they're asking like for some roommates, they're searching and stuff. So you can just really go and Google their like the city in which you want to move, and just put their like apartment. If you're a student, there's supposed to be some student housing company. So in Joensuu, it calls Joensuun Eli, and they have a website, so you can check it, and they're like giving to rent like flats. So, and but I can say that if you're going to move to there as a student, that firstly, probably with this company, first year you will live in a shared flat, and only and be in the line for the studio flat for the from the second year. So all of the people whom I know, they firstly, like in the first year, rent some like flat from a private like clients or people. So, and they were stood in the line, and then when they were in the second grade, they received already their own apartment. So I read a lot about it online, and didn't seem too hard to get in. It's rather how to survive there. Well, if you're from Austria, I think it's not so cold in Finland for you, so you have to survive. For me, my desired job is graphic design, which is quite big in Finland apparently. It's just unsure if I should learn the language first before considering or not. What I heard from Finnish friends, there is mostly English-speaking people in the graphic design field, but obviously that changes from location to location. I just want to make sure I don't screw myself over by moving there, and then realizing I need the language to work. I know you mentioned this part in your video a bit, but I heard such split opinions on it, so I'm just trying to confirm here. Any help to this is highly appreciated. Okay, so, well, graphic design mostly, I think not super considering Finnish language, because like you just making some like posters, some like design in your computer, but as you said, yeah, I think it depends. So maybe in Helsinki you can meet some company who are working with foreigners who are just able to speak English, but still there is like a moment that, of course, all of the Finnish almost like they're able to speak English, but maybe sometimes it would be easier for them still to explain something in Finnish. If there will be two kind of workers from Finland and from Austria, guess whom they will take? So that's why I would, of course, recommend to you to learn Finnish. At least like that you could understand what they're talking about. So, but anyway, you should try also just in the way it is, because graphic design, it's not some teaching, it's not some selling to people, yeah, like when you need to speak with them in the shops and stuff. So you're just talking with your boss, and the boss is resolving something with the clients. But it also, of course, depends, will you be like, how you will work. So will you be like a freelancer, or will you work for some special company and like this company kinda will approach that you need to talk yourself with the clients who is Finnish, or they will have some special person who will just tell to you what to do. So it depends on that kind of details, and I hope you just got what I mean. So that was the most like famous questions which I got, and I just want to tell to you again that I'm not a super professional, so that it's just my own experience, my own knowledges, like which I also read somewhere or with which I faced myself. So please also check yourself everything before you take such a big step to move to some new country. Thank you so much that you're staying with me. If you have some more questions, you can text them like in the like comments down below, and probably we can do then, if there would be some more interesting questions, some second like part of Q&A, how to move to Finland. So, and please check all of the links down below, and thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye.